Joe Louis announcing Detroit as the setting of our broadcast today. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight. Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined.
Thank you, D.A. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Pistons, on the wings, Kennard and Snell. Christian Wood is out there with Griffin, and it's Rose in at the point. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now here's Griffin over Horford. The shot's good from Griffin.
Strong move by Blake. As a defender, you just throw your hands up and say, he was better than me on that play.
Simmons looking it over. Here's Harris. Up and in on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Rose. And Embiid with the block.
One of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on.
Here's Simmons. Kicks to Embiid from past the arc. It's hauled in by Wood.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Oh, wow!
Griffin is just fearless. I mean, a guy who is not scared of anything. That was ridiculous.
The pass to Embiid. Dishes to Harris. Outside, Horford. Here's Embiid. A shot missing. The Pistons go the other way with it. To the paint. And Griffin slams it in.
Nice pass by Derrick Rose, spotting a wide open guy from the corner of his eye.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harris kicks to Richardson. Back to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Here's Snell. Richardson covering. Floats it up for Rose. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Embiid. Harris looking it over. And the shot goes in.
A big part of what makes Harris a more physical player right now is he has filled out his frame, and he is able to finish through contact.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Scott comes in for Al Horford. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Josh Richardson.
You know, it's interesting. Blake has increased his shooting range, but that hasn't really carried over to the free throw line.
Outside, Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized forward.
Philadelphia with the ball after the basket by Detroit. Here's Embiid. Count that one.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Rose. No points in the game yet for him. The dish to Snell. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
We've got 1:08 left in the first. Harris outside. From outside, off the mark. And so Griffin will bring it up for the Pistons. 4-point game inside. And Griffin slams it in.
That is in Blake Griffin's DNA, dunking on guys.
Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Feibel, the pass to Embiid. Offline with his three.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And finished off by Griffin.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Embiid following the bucket by the Pistons. Count it.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor.
Detroit leading by 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Releases. Griffin's shot is off.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Harris dishes to Simmons.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And he makes the first. And Simmons drops them both.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year, Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Three-pointer. Snell hits the three-point bomb. Snell's got 5 points so far. And so it's the Detroit Pistons heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far. And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified the right matchups, and the execution is there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Korkmaz is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Mike Scott. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Robinson in at the small forward.
Trying to become a more consistent offensive threat. That's the range you like to see Thon Maker own.
Here's Burks. Can't hit from 12. Detroit leading by 9. Pass to Mikhailuk. Back to Maker. Feeds it to Knight. Over Robinson. The shot by Knight, no good. 76ers shooting the ball at 42%. Passes it to Burks. Here's Korkmaz. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. I'm going to agree with you. The 76ers trail by 7. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. With all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in over a decade, Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. That one falls. Knight's got the lead up to 9 now for the Pistons.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. Harris is checked in for Scott. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Robinson. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Richardson in for Burks. Richardson up top. He's guarded by Knight. Now Milton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Knight. And the pass to Galloway. Here's Mikhailuk from outside the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Thybulle. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Pass to Milton. Back to Thybulle. Clock at 4. From about 19 feet, the 76ers again can't hit it.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Galloway kicks to Knight. From the arc, another three for Detroit.
Very solid shot by Langston Galloway, doing it at the pro level.
Down low, here's Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Harris has got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Maker. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Harris with it. And Dumboya picks him up defensively.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
The 76ers have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
For a player this good, still in his 20s, Tobias Harris has been on an astonishing number of teams.
Thybulle kicks to Simmons. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Simmons got his second bucket. Pistons leading by 10. Knight looking for an opening. Pass to Mikhailuk. Over Thybulle. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
This is what you get from Maker, a legit 7-footer who brings the energy.
Here's Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where...
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how's it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. The first quarter was all about Blake Griffin. He ended up with 36 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Taking a look at the Pistons, Shaq, what did you think?
Right now, this team is feeding off Griffin's energy. He's been the most aggressive player on the floor.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
He's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
You've got Maker. Doomboya is out there with Brandon Knight. And it's Galloway in at the 2-guard spot. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
To the inside. Maker passes to Mikhailuk. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin had 2 more knee surgeries last season. Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said that the year before, they rode him like a cheap horse, in Casey's words, to make the playoffs. Griffin acknowledged his load may need managing down the road, saying, "I'm a believer in science. I'm going to listen to them and let them lead the way." Guys?
Smart perspective. David, thank you. Burke Moss, he's jacked in for the 76ers. Burke.
Oh, okay.
And guys, it's just beautiful watching Simmons in screen and roll situations, a manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Here's Mikhailuk. 6 points for him. The shot comes out.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Simmons dishes to Burks. Up top, Embiid. Again, Philadelphia.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to this half offensively. 4 straight and counting.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Not how they envisioned this one.
Embiid wide open. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Al Horford.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
What I like during this run, they paid incredible attention to the details at both ends. That needs to continue.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, He was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free. And to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game, people were really generally happy for Derrick Rose.
Korkmaz kicks to Burks. Passes to Embiid. To the middle. Here's Horford. No good off the back of the rim.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Rose gets the bucket.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
And here's Burks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Deflects the pass. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Shake Milton. Snell, the pass to Kennard. Double team on Rose. Here's Griffin. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 3-on-3. Here's Thybulle. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Double team on Rose. To the inside. Here's Wood. Three-pointer. Snell. Good on the three-point shot. Snell's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, Snell needs no time at all to get his jump shot off. He's looking to score once he gets the pass.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Rose against Burks. He feeds it to Embiid. Lays it up off the glass. Embiid's got 12 in the game.
And hit on the way up. Embiid's strong physically, but also mentally able to keep his focus.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Pistons ahead, leading by just 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Robinson in at the 3. Rose against Simmons. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bull.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Dwayne Casey went over with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Thank you, David. And Embiid throws it down.
And if you want to talk about a player who embodies the power game, then Embiid's your man. You know you're going to get some strong finishes anytime he's on the court.
Here's Kennard. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Simmons, and then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
And how about the slashing ability of Simmons, really creating havoc for the defense with his aggressive mentality.
Wood with the bucket.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Simmons finds Robinson. Now the pass to Embiid. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wood. Al Horford is checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Five on the clock. For three, Harris. Rebound, Detroit. Wood's got 7 rebounds in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And Christian Wood, undrafted in 2015 out of UNLV. Wait a minute, that's your alma mater. Hey, talk about his game. What do you like about Christian Wood's game?
Well, first I'll start with the he's long, he's lean. I think he really fits the modern NBA as a small ball center. Able to hold his own on the glass and space the floor.
That free throw good from Griffin.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Pass to Horford. Now here's Richardson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid dishes to Richardson. Tries it from the top of the key. Second chance shot. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Double team on Rose. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Outside, Simmons.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
That's good from Simmons. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so Horford will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, trailing by 4. Down low, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're leading by 2.
Well, here tonight, he's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
And the Pistons with possession here. He dishes it to Rose. Back to Griffin. Pass to Kennard.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Tipped away. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Outside Rose. Lets the 3 fly. Detroit, no good that time either. The 76ers trail. In the corner, it's Richardson. Harris finds Richardson. And here is Simmons. Inside. Here's Embiid. Wood with the block. Rose in the post, guarded by Embiid, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
Simmons against Rose. Simmons Simmons inside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Just 5 on the clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. Griffin inside, working on Horford. That shot by Griffin, no good. In the corner, it's Richardson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Kennard against Simmons. Yes!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
Embiid with the steal. Jumps up. Yes!
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments. Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
So it's the 76ers taking the win in a close game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. Now for Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA here on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.